Hey fellas, we are back with the Heroes Premier League and we are in the final day of Season 1. I'm G-Shock, with me is Technolink, and we're about to get ready with our final game, or rather the finals, the grand finals between mYi and SK Gaming.
Yeah, mYi and SK Gaming, they're readying up right now. They're actually already jumping into the draft. It's going to be a best of 5 between these teams, and we're going to be playing on 3 different maps. The Haunted Mines and Dragonshire have been banned out, and the rules are pretty simple. Once you've picked a map, you cannot pick that map again. So suppose you pick Cursed Hollow in the first round, that means in the later rounds you're not allowed to pick it again as your team. The other team, of course, is free to do so, and Shock, or rather, Paul, you're the guy with the controls. Are we already seeing the draft?
We are now, and we have the first ban coming out of mYi, and it is Illidan.
Yeah, Illidan, I imagine is the target ban towards SK Gaming. I believe that was it Zarmany who likes to play Illidan? I'm not entirely sure, but it was certainly someone on SK Gaming who really prefers to play Illidan. And of course, then SK Gaming haven't come out Abathur. I mean, yeah,
that
Abathur.
makes sense. Total sense.
Yeah, do we have to talk about Abathur?
Nah, I don't think so, but there are always a couple of viewers that are wondering, okay, why do we always see a ban on Abathur? And, I mean, you either go for an Abathur ban or you ban Tychus, but Abathur can always be used in synergies with almost all heroes. I mean, if you don't ban out Tychus, then they just go for a clone on Falstad, and that's evenly as strong. So, yeah. Banning Abathur, I think, is vital right now with the meta. I don't know if we're ever going to see a return of him in the professional scene. Possibly if there are any nerfs incoming, or if the meta shifts to a wildly different style. But so far, I think he's always a solid. It's just always a solid idea to ban him.
Yeah, definitely. But on the other hand, that leaves open Tassadar and Tychus, and of course. You can see mYi immediately picking up Tassadar. Tassadar, of course, with his major control, with the Oracle, with the Storms, with pretty much anything you want. He can be an assassin, he can be more of a support, although you don't see that all too often. He can fit in as a specialist pusher. Whatever you want, Tassadar has it. On the other side, though, that leaves open both Falstad and Tychus for SK Gaming, 2 of the most sought after heroes for the assassin role. So it's going to be very curious whether mYi is going to be able to pick up enough damage for their team, because, well, you're already dealing with the loss of those 2 assassins. Okay, you have Nova, you have Raynor, you have Vala to compensate, but they just don't match up.
Lately, we've also seen Kerrigan quite a few times, in the last couple of days at least, and she wasn't picked up in a while. But I think mYi is initially going to pick the really good warriors now, since they don't have to go for the assassins right away, unless SK wants to go for a really heavy assassin composition, which we've seen out of Alternate quite a few times, but dealing with that, or actually handling that really squishy team composition, I mean, that's just a whole nother deal.
Yeah, definitely. Also now Uther and Arthas now being picked up by mYi, and Arthas is always a hero that has been valued differently over the time. I mean, there have been weeks that we haven't seen a single Arthas, and it looks like he has been revived like a phoenix from the ashes. He's back here as one of the top tier picks, whereas, well, I'm expecting SK Gaming to start picking up Tyrael to go with the combination of both Falstad and his Shock and Awe. But Stitches plus Tyrael, maybe.
I think Tyrael will be coming in. It's actually Stitches before, but a Nubarak to follow it up. Okay, I like that combination quite a bit. I mean, having Falstad on the team and a Nubarak, that's always a nice synergy between these 2 heroes. You get the Lion Stun and the Shock and Awe follow-up. Makes for a nice little wombo combo. Stitches, of course, really a good addition to any team.
Stitch is always good. I mean, those hooks, they can turn team fights around, and at the same time, well, like you said, Nubarak, just a very, very tanky hero. For SK Gaming, they have a good front line, they have a good back line. They only need to pick up a support, and I'm expecting a Rhaegar coming out of SK Gaming. But by Insanity, they still need to pick up their second assassin, and they still need to pick up their second warrior. So I'm expecting, well, it could be a Vala, but there's so much CC already to lock up the strafe. It's going to be a bit hard. Maybe a Zagara to help with the clearing out of those.
I don't know how
plants.
keen my Insanity is on Zagara pickups. We should... Yep, there it is. It's Shen.
Yeah, Chen
So,
makes... Yeah, he's been picking up some popularity as well.
Indeed, he has. Initially, we've only seen him on the ANA scene, and in the last couple of weeks, he had also made quite a splash in the EU scene. So, solid pickup on Shen, definitely. And now we should be seeing an assassin, which we also talked about the entire time. Nova is always a possibility, especially if you have Uther on your team. Since you do get that nice CC and you can do the precision strike follow-up.
Yeah, that's the beauty, of course, of Nova in such a setup. The issue, though, is that you don't really have Tyrael.
And it is Nova.
If they were going to be picking up Nova, I would have expected Tyrael over the Chen, even though he has that nice route.
That is true, but I think my Insanity is going for the really standard EU meta, which is right now going for these sustainy compositions. And it's also something, well, I mean, SK is a little bit more on the balanced side. They have 2 warriors, 2 assassins, and of course their main support, while my Insanity is spotting 2 warriors and, well, 1 main assassin, 1 semi-assassin, and their main support. So my Insanity a little bit... shifting towards that newer style, but it's also a little bit more volatile depending on which kind of talents you take.
Yeah, exactly. But as expected, the Rhaegar being picked up here by SK Gaming to round out the composition. Before we start, I'm going to try and get the face cam online so people can actually see me.
Ooh, I think that's a first, right?
That is a first. So we are going to have... It is a grand finals. I mean, I have to pull out all stops. Issue is that I'm not going to be able to use my main computer, I guess. I have found a laptop with a webcam. But I'll have to fix that.
Improvising tonight. If you can see my little, I got a little, ghetto microphone set up. I didn't have a microphone stand, so kind of customized one until mine gets here.
Let's see. What can I do? I can put the laptop here, I guess. Yeah, this is beautiful. This is beautiful.
Make it work.
I'm going to be using one laptop for the... rather, I'm going to use my computer for Heroes. You know what? I can just turn off. I can just use my laptop for Heroes, and then we are fixed as well. But let's see. How can I fix this? Well, Paul, if you keep... Well,
yeah, I'll just entertain our viewers. Let's talk about these compositions a little bit more. You said that Tyrael would have been a nicer pickup alongside Nova, on which I agree. But I think they do love their Shen, because Shen is a really solid option on Garden of Terror. You can let him hop into the Garden Terror, and he's one of those heroes that is really hard to take out. He's a little bit like Tassadar in the way, but I feel even more strongly about him since he can pop his heroic and then just split into the 3 forms and always get away. I mean, if you don't miss that hitting the hotkey at the right time, which we've seen a couple of times before, especially if there's DDoS issues on the EU server or some kind of lag. But he can always get away. I mean, if you pop that just before you die and then try to get away, it usually works. And that's perfect for these situations where you pop out of the Garden Terror. Alright, and we are loading into the game. Did you get your cam set up? Not quite. Hopefully he'll get back to us soon, with the game starting now.
So I can't really fix it before the game. It's going to take a little while.
That's alright. That's alright.
Perhaps for game 2. Perhaps for game 2.
That's good enough. That's good enough, I feel. And we are loading into Garden Terror. One thing to note here: SK Gaming does have a really nice long distance reach heroes with Anubarak, with Stitches, Falstad, Tychus, everything really long distance shots.
Yeah.
For once, let me fix this here.
Yeah, I'm currently just seeing what I can do, whether it's going to be another account that's logging in and then giving this the video call on one account and then giving you the the audio.
It's fine for now. We'll just do it for the other one. Alright, so let's get started here. We are on Dragonshire, and on the left side of the map we have
Dragonshire.
Oh, wait, we are in Garden Tower, that's correct. On the left side of the map, we have our blue team, and they are mYi with Ace of Spades on Uther, Shinobu on Nova, Fred's playing Arthas, Ragi is playing Tassadar, and in the bot lane we have Lowell.
Yeah, on the other side we have Zarmony playing on Tychus, Lynx playing on the Rhaegar, BKB playing on the Nubarak, Escape playing the Stitches, and finally it's BZ on the Falstad, and already SK doing what SK does best, setting up for the hook. If the hook lands, it's going to be an instant kill there, and immediately
Fred's
taking quite a bit of
completely
damage.
singled out. Yeah, he did get away for now, and with Shinobu moving in there and Lowell helping out as well down here, they should be fine in getting out of this team fight. But BKB got pretty low, and they will try to set up another gank. BKB hiding in the bushes there. Maybe he can make something happen, but Fred's getting into position again, and Escape missing his hook.
Yeah, very well done there with the hook, almost getting the hook down. But Lowell, on the other hand, he should be able to actually jump out of it there with his kick. So
Shinobu hiding in the bushes.
Yeah, Shinobu might be in a lot of trouble. There's the knock-up. He's in a lot of trouble as the slow goes out as well. But from the rear, here's Freds coming in with the root as well as BZ though. Shinobu is the first to fall. Now on to Freds. Freds in a lot of trouble to escape. Will have his hook up in just a few seconds. Will he be able to land it? He does land the slam. Hook.
Oh, a nice slow coming out of Freds, but the hook hits! And Link getting out of position. Oh, if they would have had BZ and Link in position, they could have taken Arthas out here as well. But Escape has to get back to the mana well, get a little bit of mana in. And BZ is pretty low, so I don't think they're gonna try to force a fight here. Shinobu is still out there waiting, and Escape missing her for some reason, so not really watching out for that glimmer on that cloaked hero. And they did grab a couple of coins here.
Yeah, they managed to get their plant golem up to 40 Cs. Now they're onto Ace of Spades. Ace of Spades getting hooked straight back in. Here's the knockup coming out of SK Gaming. Ace of Spades still with the heal. The rest of his team now coming in as well. Lowell doing so much damage together with his team as he tanks up the damage at the same time. First one going down. It is going to be Stitches. Now they're onto Zarmony. Fred has to retreat here. So Ace of Spades coming in again for another heal. Fred still taking quite a bit of damage from the overdrive. And it is going to be a 1-4-0 for now. Although, Shinobu, can he get it?
Oh, that was so close. Might he get a final kill? Nope. Link does heal him back up, and Tychus will get away here. And they did get 2 kills out of that fight, so really good fight by SK Gaming. And taking out BKB is really vital early on, because he really holds the other team up. BKB and Stitches, of course, are one of the main pillars here for mYi.
Yeah, SK Gaming in the meantime though, they while they might be behind in kills, they are ahead in seeds. They should be able to at least get themselves a plant terror if they get one of these 2 big plant spawns.
Oh, Ace of Spades is in trouble there. He gets healed back up, and there's the stun on Zarmony, but he's completely body blocked, and a nice pickup here for mYi.
Also at the same time, BZ leaving the game. That's not really what you want to happen. I'm hoping that he can come back into the game. But
BZ had connection issues all day today. He did in the previous game SK versus Mouse Sports as well. That was going on in the Frey TV Invitational. So hopefully it's not going to happen in one of those really important moments. When you have really clutch decisions to be made.
Yeah, but for now it is going to be SK Gaming picking up the easy camp first. They're leaving their plant terror for now. And what I expect them to do is aggro that hard camp, then send someone back to base to actually get themselves that golem. Yeah, they're going to be sending BZ back. And then after they get all their camps, or rather they're also going to be aggroing the bottom camp, if they aggro that one, they can use the golem to lock up the rest of the camp. So You can see BZ at his own golem, he's waiting, and now he's going to take it as a Nubarak BKB is going to aggro this mercenary camp in the bottom side of the map.
Yeah, no seats, or not enough seats rather, for SK Gaming yet, so they will have to wait one more night until they have enough seats for their Terror, and it's always one of those tricky situations if you don't have a Garden Terror to go up against the opponent, because that really puts you on the spot. You have to defend somehow, and you always have to wait, and maybe even defend in multiple lanes, as BZ is coming into the top lane alongside the Knights, and he will lay on the siege here in the top lane, and already doing some good damage on these towers. They're getting quite low, already running out of ammo, and we have mYi pushing in the mid as well.
I think your overlay is mixed up though, Paul, according to what the Twitch chat is saying. You might want to switch around SK and mYi.
Oh, never mind. Yeah, sorry.
It happens, it happens. Now BZ in the top lane, he's doing a little bit of a number on these towers, but fortunately there are 3 members coming out of the mYi team trying to deal with him. BZ knows he has about 20 seconds left to make something happen in this top lane. Can't quite make the siege happen, but at the same time the Escape and BKB are putting down a lot of pressure onto these towers in the bottom lane together with their mercenaries. Zarmany and Lynx are coming in as well. They're going to be picking up this these towers, and finally BZ is going to be losing his Plan Terror, but managed to pop down a bulb, and that should at least take down the gate. And yeah, that's about it.
Really solid split push coming out of mYi. They might even get the first fort here in the bottom lane. Yet it's going to fall. SK had to, mYi had to take a step back there and let that one slip. And yeah, top was pushed down pretty well by BZ. He took out the gates, he took out the towers. So they're in a good spot to take out the top lane next.
I like what I definitely like what the team of SK is doing right now. And mYi is going to try and counter this one with the easy camp, but they're getting engaged upon as BKB goes in. There's the overdrive coming out of Zarmany as well. Aragi going into his ghost form. The precision strike, it gets cancelled by the arcane, the ancestral healing actually, and now is the triple Panda coming out of Lowell, but it looks like SK is going to be winning this fight. A nice Divine Storm though, locking up Zarmany to escape and Linked. But is it going to be enough? No, I doubt it. mYi is going to be forced to retreat, and SK winning this fight just barely though.
Oh, the hook almost in Lowell there, but he got away just in time, and now we have nighttime again, which means mYi will get those additional seats soon. They're up to 70, so they only have a few seats left to get in their Garden Terror, but right now SK going for the seats straight away. And we should have a look at the talents now, since they are both in level 10, and we already saw a couple in action. The Archon on Tassadar, Precision Strike on Nova, Shen is playing with Storm, Earth and Fire, and Army of the Dead on Arthas, and Uther took Divine Storm, but they're about to engage in another team fight, so let's jump into that.
Yeah, there's the hook onto Ace of Space. He's going to take a little bit of damage. The hammer onto the Escape is going to stop him from further engaging. And it looks like it is just a little scuffle there between the two teams. SK deciding we want this Plant Shambler, and the mYi is coming in from the rear. They're looking for the engage, and there they go.
Ace of Space moving in, he gets the stun on Deathscape and Zarmany, but they move out of the way. BZ is taking quite a bit of hits, but Lau going down pretty low. He drinks his brew and gets back up. But Zarmany, he's in the middle there, getting healed back up. Ace of Spades getting quite the fire there, and a Nubarak goes down. Link also falling here, and wow, mYi really controlling this fight so far. But Zarmany, he's pretty low, he gets down as well. That's 3 for 0 right now. There comes the hook on Ace of Spades, but Deathscape doesn't have a follow-up here with BZ also being so low.
Yeah, and this is going to be a very big plant golem for the team of mYi. So very well done by them. They win this team fight, and now they're probably going to repeat the same trick that SK was trying to do by just taking the easy camps before actually growing their plant. At least that's what I expect. Oh no, it's not going to happen. Lowell is more than happy with just taking it right now to deny SK the plant Shambler here in the bottom side and maybe fight him there.
Yeah, maybe they want to surprise him right here. BKB is already in position, hitting on that Plant Terror, and now they are retreating. There's the slow on BKB, and Fred's moving in, but they can't seem to get quite the right engagement angle. There comes the Ancestral Healing on Deathscape, but he can't get away, and taking so much fire. Precision Strike comes in, but it wasn't even needed here. He was taken out before that. And now it's My Insanity one more time. That will take even more seeds. Lau going to the bot lane and dishing out the damage, trying to get that siege going. And it looks like it will.
Yeah, he's doing a fine job here as just tossing down his curses all over the place as the rest of My Insanity is just dealing with the Shambler. Right now, there's 82 to 78 in seeds, so this is also a very good position for My Insanity for the next night. As Ace of Spades comes into the rear, they lock up.
Oh, an amazing stun!
Here. So much damage, and BC, he left the game right as this fight broke out. So unfortunately for the team of SK.
Yeah, they really need BZ in that fight. Oh, and even getting Polymorph there. He's still not back into the fight, and Lau dishing out quite a bit of damage, and there falls in the bot. I mean, falls that bot, definitely not as clever as BZ, so they should get him back in the game, otherwise they might run into issues here.
Although, Falstad bot's not as smart as BZ, some people like to question that. I've been told, no.
He's back in the game now, and we have My Insanity already setting up for the next gank, but it looks like a good position out of SK. But Linked, oh, wow! That burst damage on Linked, and Deathscape also getting quite a bit of fire. There comes the orbital strike. Deathscape is really low. Maybe one more strike on him, and he will fall here. Fred's getting the final blow there, and now it's 5 against 3. But doesn't look like My Insanity wants to really commit to this yet. They're gonna just steal, be happy with stealing the easy giants down here.
Yeah. I mean, My Insanity, they're in a very good position, but they do realize that if they lose a team fight, or if they allow Shinobu to get jumped upon, they're going to be in just as bad a situation as they were before. So for now, I'm expecting My Insanity to just go around, pick up all the easy camps, and or rather all the mercenary camps, set up for the next night, and then get ready to actually fight against SK. They only need to take down one Chamber that gives them their plant terror. And that should be happening in the next 30 seconds at most.
Yeah, they already have the easy camp, and should be finishing up here with the Knights as soon. Yeah, Fred's getting that right away, and now they will rotate back up and get the remaining camp here. Shen is already on it, and Nova joining in for the defense in the top lane, because the Knights are coming in, and they will need all the help they can get to keep this fort alive. There they are, already getting the first hits in. The ammo is out on the fort, so they will need all heroes here to stop these Knights.
Yeah, definitely, because they don't have the option of losing it right now, and that's not just because of the fact that the fort is worth 2,000 experience. It's also because SK is behind, and when you're behind, the mechanics of Heroes of the Storm are so that that you actually get additional experience based on how far you are behind. One level, not so much, but still, it is quite a bit. Escape, he's trying to land the hook. They're still dealing a lot of damage to SK. SK's gate and towers. SK is forced to fall back for now. Siege Giants are moving in.
Yeah, they just want to get rid of the Siege Giants, and then they'll be fine. They lost the gates, which is unfortunate, but they will keep the Siege Giants at bay, and with that keep their fort alive. And so far, one fort down for either of these teams. So they're still in a good spot, but My Insanity, they have the level advantage, and they're waiting, they're lurking, and they want to get that engagement in, but nope, not gonna happen here. And Deathscape missing his hook on Araragi. So yeah, safe for now on SK Gaming's side, but let's check out the level 16 talents on My Insanity. They have Dimensional Warp on Tacita, Overdrive on Nova, Combination Attack on Chen, and Stone Skin on Arthas, Gathering Radiance on Uther.
Yeah, and on the other side we now have Anubarak picking up Rewind, Stone Skin on Tychus, Overdrive on Falstad, Earth Grasp Totem on Rhaegar, and Pulverize on Stitches. Stitches of course going for the full-on slam build, whereas if we're looking at, for instance, Tassadar, well, he's going for the standard build, nothing special about that. Both teams, they now have a Golem, so they should be, or rather they both have a Terror. If we're looking at the respawn times of the camps, well, there's nothing they really can pick up at this point, at least not for My Insanity. So they just start Golem. They just started Terror out.
Yeah, you always want to wait until the opposing team takes theirs, and then you have to immediately react and take yours. So you get there in time to fight the actual opposing Garden Terror. But you do want to have that little bit of extra time. So being in the defense, you can take it a little bit later. And there we go, Siege has been laid down on the top lane. Shinobu trying to get rid of it, and looks like he does.
Yeah, now the Planterrors are actually fighting with each other. There's the hook onto Lowell. Lowell is taking quite a bit of damage, but looks like a little bit of a disengage here as my Insanity is forced back. However, they're lying await for the next fight.
Yeah, they're waiting. This is always the dance you see. You want to get your opposing team's Garden Terror a little bit lower, but don't want to overexpose your own Garden Terror. So it's always this dance around the big boys. And there we have the Oracle on Araragi. Really important because they have Deathscape hiding in the bushes, and Fred's going in, trying to get a move on Deathscape. But he's immediately being engaged upon, and now, ooh, it's SK Gaming actually retreating back to their own fort. And BKB trying to body block Lao to keep him out of the game.
But it looks like Lowell's getting hooked in. He's in a lot of trouble here. He's taking quite a bit of damage, although BKB is also going dangerously low. Both Planterrors now popping their bulbs. But it looks like my Insanity is going to have to retreat. The Precision Strike is just going to scratch BKB, but not the rest of the team. And now with both Planterrors going out of battle, it is a heroic battle here on the top lane.
Lowell taking quite a bit of damage, but he pops his ultimate, and BKB's caught in the middle there, but he does deep dive away, and Ufer's taken out on my Insanity's side. But SK is still on the run. Lowell is back in there, and he's taking quite a bit of damage, but he does pop out of his ultimate and is fine for now. But Nova, they caught her out there with some nice body blocking coming out of SK. So overall, a really good fight for them. 2 heroes down for nothing, and they will get the top fort as well.
Red team has destroyed a fort.
There comes the steal here by BZ. Just bribing those giants, and they will go down on the top lane, get a little bit more damage in, and we see SK Gaming going for some additional mercs.
Yeah, SK Gaming is going to be picking those up, getting themselves into position for the next fight. As they are pushing down the middle lane. That's going to be the final fort for my Insanity. That is going to go down, and again, it's Falstad bot here, who actually uses his overdrive. A little bit curious here, but then again, they're going to be blocking out these mercenary camps. SK Gaming in a very good position to actually start taking home this game. They have taken down 2 forts. The issue though is that, well, if they cannot start laying the pressure down onto the keeps here, SK Gaming is... I don't know. I don't think that SK Gaming is in a position to actually continue fighting if BZ continues disconnecting here.
Yeah, that's a really big issue. They really need his shock and awe to hit in the right place. And if it's the bot playing, they're in a big trouble. They're definitely in big trouble. But they did get all the Siege Shines, and that's really important. Oh, the Orbital Strike coming in, but deep diving out here by BKB. The Escape is in trouble down there, but Zamni helping him out in the Odin form. But he is slowed, and Lao jumps on top of him. There's the Ancestral Healing coming in. He stays alive for now, but the CC out of Ufer, getting him stunned there, and BZ also caught out of position. Lowell jumping on top of him, there comes the slow again, and BZ is taken out as well. Now the entire team of SK is on the run. Zamni is getting jumped upon. There comes the stun out of BKB, keeping Lowell back, and it looks like they will keep their remaining heroes safe, but no! Lowell jumps back in there, and now he's in trouble, because they do get a little bit more damage in on him, and BKB diving out. Wow, really good retreat cutting out of SK.
Yeah, SK does manage to survive, however this fight definitely went over to my Insanity, who are now just going to set up for their own for both Planterrors. They're moving towards the top side, they're looking to actually secure the kill into his Harmony, but for now they're more than happy with just picking up these little plants here, just because it will allow them to pick up their Planterror of their own. In this case, usually you want to save your Planterror a little bit longer. I'm expecting them to go immediately for their Planterror just to stop the mercenary camps from getting there. Plus, it will allow them to fight the Mega Shamblers that are now being taken here by SK SK Gaming.
Yeah, ooh,
And actually,
they really want to
looks
surprise
like
me right
Mindsanity
now.
is going to be moving towards the bottom lane.
Oh,
and
Escape will spot it out, and oh no, he not quite getting the hook, and SK moving out of that position. That was way too risky for them. But Freds, he's caught out of position. He's going to go straight in there. And Zarmany, Linked, and BKB jumping on top of him. There comes the orbital strike. Zarmany does jump out of it, and there's the ancestral healing, keeping him alive. So he is still fine. Freds jumps in there. Escape is caught out of position, but another healing coming in. He is stunned though, and Shinobu, ooh, taking quite a bit of damage, but they do get away for now. Fred's caught out of position, and they get him. Now does pop his ultimate, and he does get away. So last minute ultimate out of him. BKB trying to go for Ace of Spades, and there's the stun on him. Can they body block him? Ooh, tricky move here by him, jumping back and popping his ultimate. Can he stay alive? Nope. Nope, he can't. And SK Gaming taking out 2 heroes in that engagement and grabbing their own Garden Terror now, going for more and more seeds. And this is gonna give them a nice edge here. They can... Oh no, what a move! Mindsanity going straight... oh, actually... No, wait, never mind. That was SK going straight for their Garden Terror. I'm a little bit surprised. They could have picked up a couple of mercenaries on their side of the map. And that would have been nice to follow that up alongside the Garden Terror, but now we'll have to see how they make it work. Are you still there, Techno?
I'm still there. The Garden Terror was available, but it wasn't used by Mindsanity, so that's also a loss of the Garden Terror. That's something you don't want to have happen, but that was just because Mindsanity was a little bit too busy with trying to actually get themselves into the team, get themselves into that team fight and try and force SK away. But well, costing a Garden Terror and now also giving SK pretty much the access to the second one with just 6 seeds. Things are looking really bad for Mindsanity here.
Yeah, Freds is already getting polymorphed and they will rotate down. The gates are already gone here. And let's see if Zarmany can put on the siege here.
He should be able to. He has his bulb. He's just going to be putting down a little bit of a curse, and Mindsanity is not going to do anything but trying to force SK away from this one. The shield onto the keep is going to keep it alive a little bit longer, but the bulb is going to come down, and at that point I'm expecting SK to make a move and perhaps go straight onto the keep and smash it down. Mindsanity, they have to respond, and they have to do it now.
Yeah, Zarmany is still trying to get the siege down, but so far Mindsanity has been doing a good job trying to defend that. The fort is taking a lot of damage nevertheless though, and now it's SK's Gaming turn. They will get that keep and yeah, get a little bit of an XP lead, and not quite as vital now. Let's have a look at the talents though. While Zarmany is on the retreat, the timer is up, and Descape's hook not quite hitting there. And
that's a strange hook there, yeah.
Yeah, that looked a little bit weird, but ooh, wow, we have Mindsanity moving in. Ace of Spades already on top of BKB. The Odin is popped, and everyone is in one line. Easy going for his ultimate, and Ace of Spades with the CC. Getting at least a Nubarak.
Put down here, Link is trying to get onto Shinobu, but Shinobu gets hooked back by the escape. Is that going to allow him to escape? No, it isn't. Now Lowell finally popping his ultimate, and this is the moment Lowell was waiting for. BZ is dangerously low. If he actually jumps straight onto BZ, which he is chasing down, he might get the kill into Falstad. He will get the kill into Falstad, but here's the big red button coming out of Zarmany. Link now jumping in. Escape desperately trying to stop Lowell from getting out there. Lowell, he has nowhere to run at this point. He's trying to get out, but for now, the only thing he can do is just delay the team of SK Gaming. He has returned to the storm, so he will be able to immediately return to the battlefield together with Freds, but the two of them most likely aren't going to be able to withstand the full-on assault by SK Gaming.
Yeah, we also have Resurgence on a Nubarak and Stitches, so if something goes wrong, they can get back as well, but it looks like they just want to go for the core, dealing a lot of damage. The shield is already gone, it's down to 85%, and only Lowell and Freds are still alive. They're doing the best they can, but the Ancestral Healing coming out of Linked is keeping himself alive this time, and it looks like BKB and Zarmany can dish out the damage, and BZ leaving again just as it ends. But it was enough, even with the bot, and they take out the core. First game goes to SK Gaming.
was a very, very, very close game at the start. It looked like mYi was going to take this one home, but it was eventually SK Gaming who was able to get themselves that lead. I would have to say, if there's one thing that completely turned the tides here, it was the fact that mYi in that last fight, they lost the ability to make a plant golem. And I think that if they were able to do that, then maybe they could have at least stayed, or at least pushed away SK's golem. So... or at least their terror.
I was a little bit confused by that move on SK's part, but if you think about it, I mean, it all made sense in the end. They actually managed to stop the golem from going up on mYi's part, and that allowed them to put on this massive amount of pressure and get the keep, and then go for the final blow. So it all made sense in the end, and yeah, allowed them to finish this game and made the turnaround happen here for SK. So we're gonna go into a quick commercial break, and we should be right back with the draft for the second game, so stay tuned.